Tyler, who joins us now. Thank you for taking a few minutes as we wait for that track to dry. Listen, we all know how much you love tracks like Homestead and Kansas, where you can run right up next to that wall. But I did hear you say this week that you really have to be aware of risk versus reward when it comes to that. So walk me through your practice, Tyler. How close did you get to come finding that fine line between those two?
Yeah, certainly. A place like Kansas, it's not as extreme as Homestead, where every last couple of inches as you approach the wall or run closer to it, you pick up lap time. But certainly at a place like this, place like Las Vegas, there is more grip if you can get close to the wall and pack some air on the right side of these next-gen race cars. But certainly it was pretty apparent from the practice yesterday that the top seemed to be the preferred lane pretty early on, and it even came into play, for me in the final round of qualifying. So we're moving around a lot. There's going to be a lot of cars, I think, running the top. So it's then going to become really important to have a car that can run the middle, run the seams, and try and be able to navigate that dirty air that we're ultimately every one of us as drivers will face today.
Well, Tyler, we know how close you have come so far to getting that first career win. I don't want to rub it in, but those 5 second-place finishes, 87th career start today. You're in good company, though. I looked at the numbers. Chase Elliott, his 99th start was his first win, 8 runner-up finishes prior to that. And Kyle Larson also won in his 99th race with 4 runner-up finishes before that. You've been so strong, have you at least sat back some? I know you beat yourself up sometimes, but thought about how good you've been early on in your Cup career?
Well, certainly, there was a lot of. It's been very much a roller coaster. The first year was pretty tough, pretty stressful. A few good moments, but a lot of tough moments. But all those moments that we went through in the first year and rough spots we went through last year, starting off the year on a bad note, it really prepared us to get in the right mindset, so when we do run good, to just make the most of the days and become better at clawing our way out of those days that early on in my Cup career in the first 2 years really took us out of having solid top 10, top 15 finishes. So it is nice to look back, and especially on how this year started and have all the speed that we have in our race cars. And certainly when we were coming here, we were excited about it, but I try not to circle too many races anymore. We're really trying to just be more competitive or more competitive everywhere we go. Instead of circling a couple tracks a year, we're really working hard to be good across the board. So it was nice to come in here and be as fast as we are, but it's really just been a process of trying to be here every single weekend and week out. And certainly in this month of May, there's a lot of good tracks for us, so we got to take advantage of that.
So, Tyler, we were talking earlier in the show, 12 races down in the regular season, 14 to go. That's a lot of racing at a big variety of racetracks. We've already, though, had 10 different winners. Right now, you're 1 point below that cut line. I know you pointed your way into the playoffs last year, so points are important. But do you look at this year different? Do you and Randall Burnett, do you feel like you guys are going to have to find victory lane?
Well, I certainly think it's going to be a lot like last year. I don't want to say that we're confident in that we're going to get in on just points alone. We know that just for many reasons, for us as our team, for the goals that we have for our year, making it to victory lane makes the year a lot more manageable for our expectations. So we're still obviously pushing really hard to get that win, but certainly I definitely see not many spots being available for those that make the playoffs this year without a win. So it makes it really important to get that job done, because we haven't been as consistent, I'd say, as we were last year around this time. We're really doing a good job of just knocking out smooth, consistent top 10s. We've had some rough days mixed in. So with how that's been, I think the win is even more important.
Tyler, coming up later on the show, we're going to show the fact that you and Clint went to the Evel Knievel Museum. How did that go, buddy? How did it go with Clint hanging out at the museum all day?
I was kind of in awe, I'm not going to lie. A really cool experience getting to walk through there. It was just all everything that they've collected there throughout the years, and just how much work they had to do to find all of the things that they have at that museum of Evel's and his career. How much detail goes into that museum that they put together there is really remarkable. I knew a good amount about Evel Knievel and what he did, and he meant a lot to me as a kid. I was a good amount past his career, and I still knew who he was and really loved what he did. Really motivated me, the adrenaline junkie in me, seeing him do crazy stuff. But yeah, I did a VR motorcycle jump in there. They had a little one of those. Jumped over a couple cars. It felt real. It was pretty crazy. yeah, going in there and doing all that makes me kind of want to jump over some cars on a motorcycle. But I'm not very good on a motorcycle, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be 4 wheels instead of 2. I won't be as brave as him, but I like jumping over stuff. That's fun.
Let's keep all 4 of those wheels on the track today out there at Kansas, Tyler. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing that piece with you and Clint, and have fun out there.
Oh, yeah. No, that MG Chevrolet is really good. It was dialed in yesterday, so I'm excited for how this race is going to go.
Awesome. Thanks for